What's your favorite Mr. Shard story?
Recently, she was talking about her really creeper neighbor and how he invites her to dinner and everything, and then Alyssa got background info from him. That's my favorite story.
So my favorite Mr. Shard story was actually a tie. It's when we make her do stuff that she doesn't want to do, and that sounds weird. I'm talking about when we make her hit the piñata. Because she's so funny and she's really uncoordinated and stuff, and she's trying to hit it.
3, 2, 1. 4.
Alright, now what's the standard deviation of those spins?
Okay, leave it on.
You just show her where it is. Show her it is.
There you go.
Is anyone around?
Nope, go ahead.
Rachel, why are you so And then when she did the gummy bear thing.
You chew it. You put it under your tongue.
I just think it's really funny making her do stuff she doesn't do. So those are my favorite memories, I guess, of her.
We get really loud and high pitched.
Okay, my favorite Mr. Shard story is probably when she ran into the cabinet, at her house in her eye, and so she had a black eye for a week, and everyone just thought she was doing her makeup all weird. But really, she had a black eye. Yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah, I think my favorite Mr. Shard story is just her saying yes to Wes. That was a pretty good day. I was very excited.
My favorite Mr. Shard story is from when Wes was trying to get her to do Mr. Bulldog, his intro for Mr. Bulldog, and we had to fight with her on it for so long, and then she backed out, and we were all really angry at her, but then we managed to convince her to do it, and then when it was the day of Mr. Bulldog, and she was wonderful on stage, and we were all cheering for her.
Yeah, statistics. Oh my God.
Maybe she should take up acting instead of teaching. I mean, she has the voice for it.
Yeah, the projection.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like her little faces that she has whenever she's thinking or whenever she's looking at students. Really funny.
She didn't know how to answer my question.
So she would stare at me and be like,
My favorite Mr. Shard story is probably, and Mr. Shard is probably the only person that can get away with this, but asking me, Alyssa, and Haley what shirt she should wear for her blind date and emailing all the pictures to us. Oh my gosh.
It's late at night.
What's your favorite Mr. Shard story?
Well, my favorite thing Mr. Shard does is her little Richard shrug. Me and Robert, we always call that the Richard shrug. Whenever she doesn't know a question, she's always she kind of looks around for a second, and it's and she's like, don't worry about it, it doesn't matter, don't worry about it, just shake it off. So whenever me and Rob don't know something, we're just like, Richard shrug.
Shard in one word, what would it be?
Awkward.
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 She's so cute.
Smooth.
Shard.
Awkward.
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 Awkward. Awkward.
Awkward.
Not even in our class.
Favorite memory of stats. That's hard because there's so many. But probably my favorite is anytime Ms. Gummerman came in and like no one would say anything. It was so funny because we didn't plan it, but just everyone knew not to talk to her no matter what she said, unless it was Robert who was making like a really snarky comment, which was always funny.
At prom, where we got all the stats kids to go party boy Mr. Shard and put on the dance floor. That's
That
my
was
favorite
so
memory.
My favorite memory was when we did that really lame April Fool's joke, and I mean, it started out lame, but then it got really good because what we did was we put our heads down like slowly to make it seem like we were falling asleep because she hates it when we do that. And so the whole class was doing it, and everyone was just kind of putting their heads down, like, what do we do now? And then Robert starts like doing this beastly snore, and we're like, oh my gosh! And she's like, what's going on? Why is everyone's heads down?
I thought she was gonna cry.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad. And then we're like, okay, we're done.
Well, I'd have to say Ryan dressed up as Miss, whatever his name was? Z-Score. Z-Score, yeah, Miss Z-Score. That was pretty fantastic.
Until she was skewed by a large variable.
When Wes and Mr. Shard got married, or he proposed to Mr. Shard, for sure.
Well, that one time in math class, it was really funny.
I like it when Miss Government came in, and then she's like, you guys are normally all like, she's like, now you're all giggling and laughing. Even the boys are giggling, and Robert's over there. He's like, boys don't giggle. She's just like, she's not with it. I'm cool. She's not. So.
I guess my favorite part of it all was really just being able to always talk to Richard and try and talk her into changing test dates, changing quiz dates, and the way that we take quizzes. Like, we usually get her to let us take group quizzes instead of alone quizzes. That was pretty fun. And then I guess one of my favorite memories has to be right out here, actually, throwing a big old snowball at Mr. Shard when it was a snow day. And she didn't know who threw it, but don't tell her that I threw it.
How do you apply stats to everyday life?
It's really useful.
It is. How do you apply stats to everyday life?
You don't.
You don't. Oh, for Mr. Shard, very important. You need it 24/7 for whatever you do. So Mr. Shard, yeah, that was for you. You need it always.
How do I apply stats to everyday life? I don't. I mean, I don't use any of the formulas, or maybe a little bit of the logic. Maybe when I'm reading like a news article or something, I can take everything that they say with a grain of salt. Outside of that, yeah.
I just circled the answer.
Stats, I really do see on TV and in magazines and just in ads in general, and I can kind of tell when they're BSing. So that's one thing. I didn't learn too much of stats, but of the things I did, I apply them. Believe you me. So.
Well, I think of everything as in percentages now, and how all percentages are like false.
Every time someone's like, how confident are you? I'll usually throw out every time someone's like, how confident are you? I'll usually throw out an alpha level.
Whenever I hear a study being done, I always question whether it's been biased or what the sample size is, and that sort of stuff. Just seeing like really if it's true or if they're twisting it.
One time I was at a green light, and I was with Haley Brown, and it turned yellow, and I made a type 1 error, and we talked about it in the car.
Well, I thought about it, and I realized that stats actually is everywhere, which really, really makes me mad because I can't avoid it. I like to call BS on a lot of things that I see on TV now. Thank you, Dana. It just never goes away, and I don't think it ever will. So, everyday life.
On the AP Bio test, there was a question about chi-squared, and I knew how to do it, so thank you.